Whoa! Ooh, whoa! Some crazy distorted screams. Yo, what's going on, everybody? It's Caden. Welcome back. And today we're reacting to a brand new live performance by Dominic Fike to his song Frisky. I'm super excited to jump into this. I love Dominic Fike. He's such a great artist and performer. And I love watching live performances because it really gives us a good chance to see how an artist navigates the song live and how they go about doing it. And this video has both of those things. So I'm really excited to jump into it. So we're going to get right into it. But first, if you want to follow me on my social medias, those are down below. And if you want to learn more about how you can do private vocal lessons with me, you can go to my website down below and that'll take you to where you can learn about how to do that. So come sing with me. But without further ado, let's jump into this video because I'm way too excited to wait any longer. Let's do it. Starting off with a really cool guitar line. Dude, he's such a talented musician. Woo! Cool. 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 Woo! Whoa, really awesome stuff going on like right off the bat. He's got some cool dynamics going on. He's got some clean vocals in the top there when he's singing those notes, and then every now and then he's peppering in like that fry scream. That's kind of that like distortion, intense rattle that you hear going on in his voice. That can be a cool way to like add a lot of intensity. It kind of gives it the illusion that you're yelling up to a note, when in reality there's not a lot of extrinsic muscle tension going on and it doesn't hurt, right? You finish it and you're like, oh yeah, I can keep singing and I don't feel like my voice has been like shredded to bits, right? So it's a really cool dynamic to add in there. He's peppering it in, and then also sometimes he has some more of that clean vocal going on. Overall, really cool. He's got such a cool, just natural tone. Let's keep going. Woo! Cool. Cool. Head voice. Cool. Awesome. So, man, really fun performance to watch so far. I love that there's like a give and take with the audience and he's kind of letting them sing some of the parts, right? I love when artists do that, but I feel like there's definitely a balance. Sometimes if it's too much, it feels like the artist is like dodging their own song. Like, oh, I can't sing this part. I got to give it to the audience, right? I don't think Dominic's doing that here, right? He's clearly showing, hey, I got this song. I can sing this song. But he's just kind of thrown it to the audience to give like a cool performance aspect and to like have a fun connection with the audience here. So that's really fun to watch. He also is just doing some really cool stuff with his voice. He's got a really cool tone going on here. He's really leaning into some of that distorted effect. It's really fun to watch. Something interesting that he does here, you'll notice that on some of those compressed, distorted sounds, he's kind of curving his mouth over to the side here, right? I used to do that a lot as well when I would make kind of like these distorted, compressed sounds. So it could just be a complete performance thing. He's just kind of making that face for performance purposes. Or it could be the same reason that I used to do it. I used to do that a lot when I would sing compressed vocal lines. I'd curve my face to the side and it would give me a feeling like I'm like got the sound under control, right? I would advise when you first start singing and learning how to like, you know, hold back the sound, to try to not do that, just because we don't have to, right? We don't have to do that. So we don't want to develop any habits that are unnecessary. I don't know if he is using any extrinsic muscles by doing that. It could be complete performance, but just wanted to point that out, right? If you're watching this and you're like, oh, I got to curve my face to create like a distorted sound. You don't have to. You can make that sound with just a completely relaxed jaw, right? So work on doing that first so that when you get into the performance and maybe then you start doing some performance faces and then you start getting into the song, but you don't have to fall back on any specific habit. You can, kind of just let it be free flowing and loose. He's got some really cool stuff going on here, so I want to keep going with this video and see what happens next. Cool. Ooh, just throwing it out there. Cool. Cool. So something that he's doing there, you'll notice there was like a big dynamic shift, right, with his voice. He went from more of like that intense vocal fry, a little bit of like a higher larynx, right, and a little bit more of like an intense kind of pouty sound almost. He dropped all that. It's almost like he took in like a yawn breath and had some of that dopier sound going on and a lot more just spoken voice and a little bit more breath coming out, right? A little bit more of a breathy sound. It's just an overall more relaxed sound, right? That gives a really cool dynamic shift. And it could also be a really great way to kind of relax your muscles in this song because you're so high up in there the whole time, like in your range. This could be a good way to like take that time to reset your larynx, right? And reset your muscles and just be like, oh yeah, I can be relaxed here, so that it can like prep you for the rest of the song. I don't know if that's what he's doing here, but you know, if you're singing this song, that could be a good point in the song to be like, oh yeah, wait, I need to relax. If you know, if you've been building up some muscle tension throughout the song. Let's keep going. Smooth, the little mic turn. Cool. Woo! Nice head voice there. Very cool. Crazy distorted screams. Whoa! Very, 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 very cool. Wow, really, really cool performance by Dominic there. That end there? So it looked like he switched mics and went to a different mic, and looks like they probably had some vocal like effects preset on there. I can't tell like how much of he was just doing with his own voice. I don't know if that was like an octave up there, or if he was actually singing that high, or what was going on there. I wish I could like break that part down more. Overall though, what a really cool way to end the song, right? I was not expecting that little distorted scream going on at the end there. Really cool. I mean, overall, just an awesome performance. He's so fun to watch. He has such a great natural delivery with his performing and with his singing and with his, you know, guitar playing. He just exudes like a really cool natural performer's energy on that stage. It's really fun to watch. And you know, his singing, dude, he sounds so cool. He sounds awesome. Dominic is like one of my favorite singers out right now as far as tone goes and as far as delivery goes. He's just got a really cool sound. If you want to sing this song, the best way to do it, I think, is just approaching it from, you know, not getting too intense first. He allows himself to let that intensity out a little bit in some moments, right? But if you try and go with that intensity right away, you might struggle through the song, right? Because there are some moments where he is getting pretty intense, but there are moments where you can see he knows how to keep his sound nice and thin and small, and that allows him to kind of pepper in those moments of like intensity, right? Because our goal is to have a nice, balanced, you know, very healthy voice, but sometimes, you know, performance-wise, you need to add in like some little dynamics that shift you out of balance a little bit, and that's okay as long as you know what feels okay and what feels correct. And you can do that by not being too loud, keeping the vowel pretty narrow, and having a little bit of like that pouty cry and letting that be your intensity and not the volume that creates your intensity. Something that can combine all three of these, say mum, mum, mum for me, and then do like a mum, 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 a little bit of a like as in book, mum, mum, mum. And you can either do like a mum or a mum, kind of either one of these could be great. And add in a little bit of like a pouty cry, like you're like complaining about something, mum. And then do that on the melody of the song and don't get too loud, right? Mum, 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 mum. I'm not putting in a lot of volume there, but there's a lot of intensity in that sound. And it's going to sound weird and funny at first, but if you can add that feeling into the lyrics, and when you're saying the lyrics, it's actually going to sound a lot more natural than you'd think. And that's going to help you get through this song, you know, relatively easy. It's going to make you feel like you don't have a lot of extrinsic muscle tension going on. After that, then, and only then, can you get a little bit more intense with it, right? Then you can pepper in those, you know, those fry screams where he's got those screams going on, right? And you can add in a little bit more of like a wider spread sound at some points, right? Just to give a little bit more intensity, right? But as you just need to, you know, monitor your own voice and be like, okay, was that too much? Okay, cool. Rein it back in, get a little bit more balanced here. But you can't do that if you immediately go for like the really crazy intense sound. If you want to learn more about some of the intricacies of how to get that exact sound, please comment and let me know. Also, comment if you want me to react to more Dominic Fike stuff or some of his more live performances. I love watching this stuff. So let me know if you want to see more of that. Let me know other artists that you want me to react to. I want to react to those as well. And like, comment, subscribe, do all the things. It's been real, y'all. I'll catch you later. Peace out.